Okay, I'm gonna try to make this a quick one for the V by A.Savage. This one, it's actually a pretty simple edit. We really made this more of a short film, but there's a bit of a story to how it came to be. So originally we were hired to make a music video. This is right at the beginning of COVID. And so we heard that the client wasn't gonna be able to be there to shoot the video. They just wanted us to make the visuals. And we were given free rein to do what we wanted to do. And the visual style was supposed to be like Chungking Express meets Waves. And then we had our friend Will, and we kind of created the storyline on the fly with him and myself skateboarding around Vancouver. The idea was that he was kind of like a homeless youth dealing with lockdown, COVID. What ended up happening, we made this video. In my opinion, it looks exactly like what we pitched to the artist. We sent them the file. So the message we got back right away from the client was, what kind of camera did you shoot this on? Which is a super concerning question when you're submitting a video file to somebody with the first time working with them. I'm not sure if that was because they viewed it through the Dropbox link or if they just didn't get the Chungking Express slow shutter look that we were going for. Anyways, we held on to this video for months because it didn't work out with the client. They ended up shooting their own video. I don't think we even got paid for this, unfortunately. And then a little later, I hear about Will's brother, A.Savage, who's a up-and-coming artist in Vancouver. He had a song that he had a concept for a video in mind that was exactly like this one. He sent me over the song, I put it to the visuals, it worked perfectly, and he appreciated it so much. So now when I look back on it, I think it couldn't have gone any other way. I'm really happy with how it turned out, but it was a bit of a journey before this video found the right place. And I'll just go through a little bit of the footage and a little bit of the edit. So this is us just testing out the slow shutter look at my house. And so we achieved this slow shutter look basically by filming at 24p, but then instead of having your shutter speed at like 1/50th or 1/60th of a second, which is recommended, we went down to like 1/16th, 1/8th, 1/4 of a second even, and you can play with it and you get kind of varying degrees of motion blur. So we just tested it out a bit with these shots. And then this was when Plaza was actually closed because of COVID. So you can see it's like fenced off. We had to jump over the fence. There was like sand everywhere. They filled the whole place with sand to try to deter people from skating there. This is the old self-hired office. This is a really nice shot that just kind of didn't make the final cut. I just liked it. So we got the handy cam out, had Kenrick doing cinematography and Coby assisting with the handy cam occasionally. That's me just rolling with Will on the Ronin there, on the gimbal, playing some games of skate, eating shit. And this is just that nice slow shutter. Like, this is just my favorite shot, so I just had to put the whole thing in here. There's a couple of them of me filming him. Yeah, I love the way this turned out. This is probably at like 1/4 of a second. Kenrick there, went for some golden era burger. And this is Kenrick, he's shooting on his shoulder rig, and that's myself there. This is Chinatown by the Jack Chow Insurance Building. These are pretty known locations in Vancouver, nothing new here. This transition worked nice going through the camera in the final video, and these are some of my favorite kind of Chungking Express feeling shots that didn't make the final cut. We went to New Brighton Park, New Brighton Beach here, where you can have a fire in Vancouver. And that Sony A7S II, just so great in that low light. There's Kenrick with his shoulder rig again. Yeah, we wanted a firelight. We tried to mimic it with my LED wands, but it wasn't doing it. So like, if you want a firelight, why not just light a fire? That's what we did. We put a little purple, a little blue with my LEDs and got a pretty nice look. And then this is at the Ironworkers Bridge, where it was so slow because of COVID. I don't think you could do this like any other time. We probably filmed this around midnight or so. But this was awesome. We were skating right in the middle of the highway here. There I am. That's Kenrick's angle from the side. Got an awesome shot. And then we come ripping down this hill and watch this. I am not looking where I'm going and I hit a dirt patch going pretty fast here. This was a pretty bad one. But I held the camera up in the air when I fell. And yeah, I got like a big bruise and a bit of a hematoma on my side. It was pretty swollen for a little bit. And then we finished the night off going to Leaside, classic spot, my favorite. Okay, so I'll go through the edit a little bit, but really this one I edited like a short film. I just took all my raw files and I trimmed them up to the moments where the shot really hits, where the focus and the light and the performance of the actor or whatever, where just like everything goes right. And that's what that timeline looked like. This is like cut down. It was already 1 hour and 6 minutes. And so as I go, cut 2, you can see I cut it to about half that. And I'm just refining. So cut 4, I think I'm like spacing this out now, matching locations so that we can get a bit of a progression and kind of the idea of him moving through the city. By cut 5, I actually had it cut to the other song, and I liked this cut. It was a little longer. It was about 4 minutes and 20 seconds. Very similar though, really similar order of things happening. Basically, oh yeah, and we put on some black bars. So you can see I just made these bars with using like a square tool here, or I think I had like a PNG. Yeah, I had a PNG of black bars. You could get this off Google Images or whatever. Same thing for the square format. Just got some black bars on there as a PNG, and this was like a nod to Wave. So there's like 3 formats, right? We start in like the CinemaScope, widescreen, fake CinemaScope. We go to the square, and then we finish on 16:9. By cut 8, this one I actually also got colored by Kenrick, so that's why the color looks so good. He actually really colored it in DaVinci. I didn't put a stupid LUT on this. That's the proper way to do things. So he's got an MOV here, and you can see this is the difference of Kenrick's color on the raw. Cut 9, I just had to recut it. So I took the MOV and I recut this to A.Savage's song. We like that a lot better. That's the way it should be. This one's pretty simple. There's not much to it. Chungking Express meets Waves. Watch this video. Let me know what you think.